I'm always struck by something is about, I commute to work, and I'm always struck by when I get on the train and when it's a really packed train, and to get everybody on, like people are desperate to get on the train because people don't want to miss the train and be late for work. But often what you have is you have people who stand like in the opening in such a way that nobody else can move down the train, and that there's like loads of space is lost. And sometimes people don't get on the train because there's people standing there. And I'd love to do a research project one day, just interviewing those people and trying to understand like why they're not moving further down, or why they're not kind of getting out of the way so other people can get on. And I don't think it's something malevolent. I don't think they're thinking, oh, I really hope these other people don't get on the train, so I'm going to make it as difficult as possible for them. But I think there's something about maybe not seeing that as your role. It's like you're kind of hoping or assuming that somebody else is going to sort the problem out. And I think if we all kind of took responsibility for, being the one who goes, right, I'm going to move down because, it's a bit of a pain for me, but it means that everybody else can get on. And then the next time when I'm kind of wanting to get on the train, then other people are going to do that for me. It's that kind of taking responsibility that I think we kind of can all do to some extent, and see it as kind of like something that we can make a difference to, not just that it's something else. I think there's a certain, not a badness, but in some psychologists talk about a kind of cognitive laziness that we can kind of assume others or look to others, and none of us, it's nicer not to have to move down the train, but it's worth it.
I sometimes wonder if it's the sort of modern nature of modern life and how stressful it is, and we've got so many things going on in our lives and in our heads. Often it might just not occur to people, and they might lose awareness of what's around them, as opposed to being selfish or inconsiderate. It might just be that a symptom of how much more stressful our lives are. Maybe.
Yeah, I think so. And I think that capacity to kind of, when we are stressed, we do get more focused down on what our immediate needs are and what our immediate kind of goals are, rather than being able to think about other people. Whether that's different from what it was, 50, 100 years ago, I don't know. People always say, I think every generation has always said it was better. When I was a kid, it wasn't this bad, and it was better I think it was always better 50 years ago. So, and there's a lot of things that we don't have. We don't have the homophobia that we had 50 years ago, 100 years ago. We don't have the racism. Those things have changed. Things are kind of more equal. More people have got the vote than they were 100. Women have got the vote. Younger people have got the vote. So I think there are kind of a lot of things that have changed over time, and I think there's reasons to be optimistic. But I guess I think you are right that certainly the pressure, everybody, and the busyness is a kind of is a bit of a risk in terms of people just focusing more in on their own personal needs rather than looking out towards others.
Yeah. I wonder if, as time goes on, if our lives do get made easier by, things like, automation and that kind of thing, maybe we might all be able to relax a bit more, and maybe, it might help give a bit more of a altruistic or a more considerate type of society, you would hope.
Yeah, maybe. But it's interesting that I think with computers and with things like emails that have created more efficiency, in some ways, actually things have got even busier and more fast, and the pace just gets faster and faster and faster. I mean, I think there's something about, as human beings, we kind of like to do things. We like to be working on stuff and making things happen, and people have kind of lots of different things that they want to do. And technology in a way allows us to be able to do more, but then we create a rod for our own back, so to speak, by having kind of more to do. So whether technology will make it easier and we can all sit around like the Jetsons and have robots doing all the vacuum cleaning, or whether, we'll still be looking and doing even more and trying to do more because there's more that we can do, I guess kind of remains to be seen.
Thanks for watching that clip. You can watch the full episode right here. But until next time, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you again for another one very soon.